Greetings, fellow gorehounds, and welcome back to a Blood Splattered vlog. I'm the Horror Guru.
And I'm a cum-guzzling slut.
Jack's apparently a cum-guzzling slut. I don't know what's going on with him lately, but today we are going to talk about The Toxic Avenger Unrated, the remake of the 1984 film of the same name. So this movie is written and directed by Macon Blair, who some of you may know as an actor from such films as Blue Ruin and The Green Room, or you might know him as the director of
I Don't Feel at Home in This World Anymore,
a Sundance darling that ended up being a Netflix original. At first, when they first announced they were going to remake Toxic Avenger, I was like, why?
Why?
Yeah. Why would you remake Toxic Avenger? It's one of those famous, like, so bad it's good masterpieces.
Yeah, the other is, how?
But then, you know, the more news started coming out about its production and about what they were doing and Elijah Wood's involvement and Lloyd Kaufman's involvement and all that stuff, I was like, okay, we might have something there. And then eventually
They were like, who will be Toxie? And they're like, Peter Dinklage!
Peter Dinklage, that was one of the first things that really sold me about this fucking movie. Technically, he plays the Toxic Avenger before they're the Toxic Avenger, then does the voice for the Toxic Avenger. There's actually a different stunt woman who plays the Toxic Avenger.
Who's in the Toxie
and
outfit.
They're being dubbed over for most of the movie, but they do a good job. It's pretty freaking seamless if you're not looking for it.
Yeah. They made the Toxic Avenger look like a melted Peter Dinklage face.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop beating around the bush. This is an amazing remake. If you ever wanted a film that's as crass, as fucked up, as offensive as your average Troma movie, but done with a big budget, good writing, and good acting.
Yes.
That's basically what this movie is. It's about a character, a janitor, if you will, who is turned into a mangled superhero via toxic waste. The main difference between this and the original film is the main character in this is a father.
Yeah.
So he has to deal with that. He's also dying, so he's dealing with the fact that he's on a time limit. And the villain of this movie isn't just random fucking thugs and gangsters. The villain of this movie is actually an evil pharmaceutical company.
Yeah.
The main character at one point needs to get like a specific drug for his, for his condition. He can't because he has his health insurance through this pharmaceutical company, and the health insurance doesn't cover what it needs to cover because they got this like mangled web of fucking coverage outages.
Yeah.
Designed to fuck over people who are like signed up through them. What I'm trying to say is this movie is deeply political in the same way that like Poultrygeist is.
Yeah, well, like, Troma movies often are very political. They're just political in this kind of dumbass way.
Yes. The same way that Poultrygeist is very much against, like, fast food companies.
Yeah.
This is very much against pharmaceutical companies and the way they fuck over people and they overprice things and they screw people out of their insurance.
Yeah.
That's what this movie is ultimately about, outside of the fact that it's also about a mangled, toxic superhero running around, murdering the shit out of bad guys.
And the actual villain of the movie is played by Kevin Bacon.
Who does a great job.
Yeah.
He is fucking great as the villain.
He is the Bacon. You know?
The thing is, everyone in this movie gives a great performance, which is weird to say about a fucking Troma movie. Because usually Troma movies rely on actors giving corny, over-the-top, bad performances.
Yeah.
Like just straight up hamming it up all the time. No, everyone gives like real, authentic human performances, even the bad guy who is more over the top than everyone else.
Yeah.
With a couple exceptions, I will say this. There is a evil band in this movie called the Killer Nuts, which is like a weird cross between the Insane Clown Posse and the Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
And they are like just straight up Troma characters. They look like they walked straight off the set of any old Troma movie, like Class of Nuke 'Em High.
Yeah, I was about to say
that.
Class of Nuke 'Em High was the vibes I was getting.
Or they look like they could have been extras in Hobo with a Shotgun.
Yeah.
Which would make a great double feature with this, by the way, if you're thinking about double features. That or the new Street Trash would go well with this.
Yes.
So yeah, Toxic Avenger Unrated is the best Toxic Avenger movie, bar none. And I'm saying this as a fan of almost all of them.
Yeah. My absolute favorite is still Citizen Toxie.
Citizen Toxie is amazing.
Yeah.
I love Citizen Toxie.
But this is definitely the best looking Troma movie.
It's the best. It's got the best writing, like the actual emotional impact of the characters hits you, and like the arcs. The acting is phenomenal. They have actual like sets, and I'm not just talking like interior sets. They have straight up like exterior sets.
Yeah.
Like entire streets that were clearly fabricated. So there's actual production value at any turn in this movie. Like it kind of reminded me of like late 80s, early 90s, like superhero movies like Tim Burton's Batman.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
no, it's not that good looking.
It's not that good looking.
Yeah.
But that kind of like, everything was clearly filmed on like big sets.
Yeah.
And this was filmed on big sets, and I love that. I love all the gore in this. It's hilarious as fuck. Like the actual comedy in this, it's actually like written jokes, actual setups and punchlines throughout this.
Yeah.
Practical effects out the ass. Their style.
Yeah.
Like the scene when Toxic Avenger turns into the Toxic Avenger looks like something out of like a Sam Raimi film.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to describe it.
You know, Dark Man, like,
You know what? I said Tim Burton's Batman, but Dark Man's a better comparison.
I think it is, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. That kind of movie is what this kind of feels like, but
Take the fucking elephant.
but done with modern cameras. The soundtrack to this is fucking great. It's a bunch of like rock, punk, and metal music.
Yes.
The band itself, the Killer Nuts music, again, it sounds like some weird Insane Clown Posse Beastie Boys like crossover thing.
Yeah.
And it works. I actually want to listen to the tracks outside of the movie because I like them so much. Even though they're so stupid. What was that one song, like, My Girlfriend's Name is Axe or something like that?
My girlfriend is an axe.
My girlfriend is an axe.
Yeah.
What the hell? I dug the hell out of that. Toxic Avenger is not a horror movie, but it is horror adjacent.
Yeah.
Like Darkman, there's a lot of like horrorness to the Toxic Avenger as a superhero.
There are very few horror fans that do not love the Toxic Avenger.
Yes, and it's because they're like splatter comedies, right?
Yeah. After seeing this remake, I really want them to remake Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD.
Oh, that would be amazing. The original Toxic Avenger is a fun blast. It's so dumb. It's so great. This one actually got me in the feels, man.
Yeah.
I was actually emotionally invested in this fucking character, like fixing things so he could be with his son, which I never thought I would ever say about a Toxic Avenger movie.
I know.
That's freaking great. Anyway, my fellow gorehounds, I highly recommend The Toxic Avenger Unrated. It is currently available to rent or buy on various streaming platforms. I think you will enjoy this movie as much as we do, because this is like Troma if Troma was good. And I say this as someone who loves Troma.
Yeah, it's Troma if Troma had like the budget.
Yes.
You feel like it actually would deserve.
Yes. Not just the budget, also the talent.
The talent, yeah.
Sometimes Troma wasn't just held back by its budget.
Yeah.
Let's be real. With that said, let us move on to the spoilers. So I said earlier that the Toxic Avenger is dying. I guess the spoiler is you don't actually ever find out what he's dying of.
Yeah, because every time he does, like, background noises cover it up.
Yeah, it's a great reoccurring joke, a great gag. It's like something straight out of a cartoon.
Yeah.
The movie is basically about a dad who is poor as shit, is trying to raise his stepson in the absence of the stepson's mother, who died long ago, finds out that he's going to die, so he tries to go to the guy he works for at the pharmaceutical company to try to get this fixed, only for the guy to basically fuck him over.
Fuck him over.
Ends up getting attacked by this killer band that is in the employ of the company.
Yeah.
Well, technically it's in the employ of the company founder's little brother.
Yeah.
Who
is played by Elijah Wood.
Who's played by Elijah Wood and is like an Igor-style hunchback.
Yeah, I believe his name actually is Fritz.
It's something like that, yeah. And he's like the manager of this band that he sends to go do his dirty work. At the beginning of the movie, you see them killing people that are like leaking company secrets.
Yeah.
He ends up getting killed by the band and thrown into this toxic waste and turned into the Toxic Avenger. And then from there, it is a quest to save his son and get revenge and destroy this fucking company.
There is a blind character in this, but she's not a love interest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is nods to scenes from the original Toxic Avenger. Like, there is a scene in which a place is being robbed.
Yeah.
But it's not really being robbed. It's being attacked by, like, a terrorist group.
Yeah, like in the first one, put your tacos down, I'll blow your brains out.
And they're doing it in this, but they're doing it because they're mad that a burger joint, which used to be called like Mr. Meat, changed its branding to Miss Meat.
Yeah.
Tragic effect of the woke agenda.
Yeah.
So these fucking like men's rights fucking like terrorists have taken over this fucking Miss Meat.
If I have a misgiving about this movie, it's this. They didn't do my favorite line from the original Toxic Avenger.
Yeah.
Let me introduce you to Ben. Ben who? Ben over, you know?
They don't do that.
But they don't do that line. I was like,
but they do have this amazing fucking scene where the Toxic Avenger shoves his whole fucking fist up a guy's ass and pulls his organs out.
Yeah.
If you look at the credits, there's a point in the credits where there's an entire section of crew labeled the Butt Guts crew. Some other nods from the original movie. He does wear a tutu, but it's in a completely different context. In the original movie, it was like he was forced to wear the tutu by a bunch of bullies. In this, he wears the tutu because it's an inside gag between him, his stepson, and their dead mother, or the stepson's dead mother.
Yeah.
He just happens to be wearing it when everything goes down that night. But then Kevin Bacon's also after him because Kevin Bacon, the CEO of the pharmaceutical company, knows that their chemicals turned him into that thing. He wants to be able to do that.
Yeah.
He wants to be able to perfect that and turn himself into some sort of like super powered fucking beast.
Yeah.
Like you see him doing shit like injecting like gorilla blood into his fucking arm because he's like obsessed with like becoming like the perfect specimen. The villain of this movie is basically Kevin Bacon playing like the Liver King as well at the same time. The thing is, talking about this movie makes you feel like a schizophrenic because there's all this weird shit happening at once.
Yeah. Like a good Troma movie, the real joy of watching it is just watching this crazy shit happen.
Absolutely.
You know,
there's a guy with a chicken head that the chicken head's removed and he's got a baby head
underneath it.
Like an animatronic baby head. It's creepy. There's a point in this movie where you get Chekhov's piss because early on in the movie, they establish that the Toxic Avenger pees acid. It's actually a plot point because it actually saves the day when he gets captured. And you get like one of the funniest fucking bits in the movie. It's such, I don't know why I think it's so funny, but it's like, he's like, arguing with the woman he's captured with, right? And he's like, I gotta take out my dick. And she's just like, if this is some sort of weird, creepy fetish thing, he's like, no, I am not a pervert. Now hold on, I gotta go piss on my face.
Yeah.
I don't know why that kills me. The delivery had to be perfect from both the actress in the suit
and Peter
Dinklage at the same time. The timing had to be just right for both of those things to align, and it works perfectly. It's probably my favorite joke in the movie. Kevin Bacon turns into the Krampus at one point. I think he's supposed to be like a sheep monster.
Yeah.
Because there's this reoccurring theme with sheeps with him because like he gets this like flock award that's in the shape of a sheep.
Yeah.
And so when he turns into his toxic monster, he turns into like a sheep creature. But because it's got the horns and because it's like very hairy in a particular way, it's got the teeth.
Yeah, it looks like Krampus.
It looks like Krampus to me.
Yeah.
He looks like Krampus. My second favorite joke in the entire movie, he's confronting Kevin Bacon in the Krampus form. He's like yelling at him, "You took everything!" And Kevin Bacon, whose mind is fried from turning into this monster, he's now just stupid as all hell, goes, "You and me, we're not that different. I also like to yell everything!" And you can tell it's Kevin Bacon's voice underneath all the fucking prosthetics saying it too.
Yeah.
That's freaking great. That's freaking great. One of the highlights of the movie for me is the concert in which the Killer Nuts, the people that killed him and threw him into the toxic waste, are putting on a concert in the middle of the fucking like fair. And he invades the concert, takes over it, and does his own rendition of Motorhead's Overkill.
Yeah. Yeah, that in and of itself being a reference to Lemmy, who was in a lot of Troma films.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Man, I'm so glad this movie finally came out. Like, it was excruciating waiting those like 4 or 5 years.
Oh, God, yeah.
For this movie to finally be released. And it just delivered on every level. This is my favorite superhero movie of the year, which is saying a lot because we had Superman this year.
Yeah. Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four this year, the Thunderbolts this year.
Oh, yeah.
All three of which are great movies.
Yeah.
And previously, Superman was probably my favorite, but this probably is now taking the cake. Everything that embodies my taste is in this movie.
Yeah. And because it's Troma, you know, still a little James Gunn related.
Little James Gunn related, too. That's true. James Gunn came from Troma.
I think they should reimagine the Toxic Crusaders.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. Toxic Crusaders, Toxic Crusaders.
There's this one...
I was ugly, though, girl hungry. Then I got radioactive ugly.
There was a throwaway joke in the movie about, like, the Sasquatch uprising from the woods.
Yes.
It's like a blink if you miss a joke that happens when one of the news anchors is talking about what's going on in the town. And I just kept thinking, I want Toxie versus the Sasquatch uprising. Give me that movie. I'll be so there.
From start to finish, this one's a crowd pleaser.
10 out of 10. It's dumb, but it's also very smart. It's hilarious, but it's also very emotional. It's gory, but it also knows when to hold back.
Yeah, it does. There are some moments where you're like, no. We're gonna hold back on this.
It's weird to talk about a Troma movie that has nuance. So yeah, I love this movie. I think that everyone should see it. And do you have any final thoughts?
Oh, dude, it's Tromerific. It's Toxitastic. I'm just going to say it again because it bears repeating. Next, we need, like, Sergeant Bookman NYPD, and then the Toxic Crusaders. We could reboot the Tromaverse, and if it's at least as good as this, it will be worth it.
I'm so in.
Yeah.
I'm so in. And with that said, my fellow Gorehounds, where can they find you, Count Jackula?
Well, you can find me here at YouTube, where I stream every weeknight at about 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Y'all know me, I'm the Horror Guru. You can find me at the Horror Guru on various social media platforms, but these days, I primarily use Blue Sky, so follow me on there. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you're notified of my videos immediately upon their upload. And if you'd like to help out either of us more directly, be sure to check out our Patreon pages. And remember, if you decide to go the Patreon route, even $1 a month can go a long way, but we will certainly accept more. And if you made it this far into the video, then I want you to comment below, and be sure to comment below using the hashtag ChudHaven. Use the hashtag ChudHaven. That way I know, that way Jack knows, that way the whole world knows that you know where Kevin Bacon lived in this movie. He lived in a mansion called Chudhaven.
CHUD Haven.
Yep, 100%. And with that said, peace out, my fellow Gorehounds.